Hey folks, it's Andy Barrar, Handy Andy from handyandymedia.com. Today I'm doing a review for Best Buy's blog on the Alfred DB2 Smart Lock. No peeking. This smart lock has all the bells and whistles, but should you get it? We're about to find out. So once you unbox it, here's everything you get with the DB2 Smart Lock. You got the interior and exterior of the lock, RFID tags, the deadbolt, a battery, and this, the Alfred Connect V2. This is what connects it to your Wi-Fi network, but you don't have to physically connect it to your router or your mesh network. It also comes with some manuals and a template, and this template's really handy if you're going to be installing it on a brand new door, but I'll be using it for a little something else that I'll show you in a bit. So I replaced my old deadbolt with the new one, and I just wanted to make sure it worked. So I used a flathead screwdriver and just kind of made sure that it was moving smoothly and nicely. And I did this outside and also inside the door frame as well, and I highly recommend you do that. Now, here's where I'm using that template, and the reason I'm doing it is that it comes with this optional door sensor that you can put on, but you have to have it in a perfect position, and it tells you on the template. So I lined it to the edge of the door, and then you can see kind of over my shoulder there, I was putting that sensor on. Now I'm putting the exterior part of the lock in through, nicely, carefully, making sure that wire is underneath, and then you have to put this plate on. And, it's really a DIY kind of install. You may run it into issues depending on your door, but for most people, I think you're going to be able to do this yourself. And so now I'm plugging one end to the other because this is electronic lock, so you do have to have power in between it. Now I'm putting the battery inside it. Love this battery that you can just recharge it. I think it's supposed to work for about at least 6 months. It really depends on how much you use it. But all in all, it was pretty simple to install. And here's the first time I'm testing it out. You can see the lights light up after you touch it. I believe you can also put your palm in front of it. Here's the Alfred Connect V2. I've connected that into the wall. And then the next thing was to go to the app and complete the installation. Gives you step-by-step instructions on how to do that. It connects via Bluetooth. So when you're in your house, you can be connected to that lock, or say you're outside, you can connect it to it through Bluetooth and not Wi-Fi, but you could also connect it to Wi-Fi with the Connect V2 accessory. Here I am naming the front lock, and you can see it's super easy. Now I can remotely turn it on and off, lock and unlock the door by pressing that button. So I want to test it out beside the lock, and here you can see it's going on and off by touching it, if I can properly tap it, that is. And there you go. You see that it's locking and unlocking. So that tells me that it's working on that front. To lock it, basically you just have to hold the button for about a second, any button, and then you'll hear that. Audible kind of notifications that the door has locked.
Door locked.
And so that makes it super easy, and you know that your door is locked because it told you. Now I also want to try it with the included key. This is a great backup, just the event.
Door unlocked.
And it still gives you the audio prompt when it's locked and unlocked. So that's really cool. So here's kind of a typical scenario. If you're coming up to the door, basically you have the option of just tapping it. The lights come up. No peeking on my key. I don't want to get robbed here. And then you press that. Easy peasy, folks. And you're inside your house. Now what happens if the battery runs out? What are you going to do then? Are you stuck? No. Because underneath, you can kind of see it there, a USB-C slot. So you have a battery bank, you can connect it to that, and then you'll be able to get into your house. Here I want to do some assigning keys, and you can do that inside the Alfred lock. Say you have an Airbnb suite, you have some cleaners coming, and you just want to give them kind of temporary access during the time slot that they're supposed to come. You can actually do that. And here I'm selecting, it's a guest. They go, when do you want that lock? I say, I want temporary. They're supposed to come between these times, so you know that they should leave, and then they're not going to be able to come back. I love that. So if you have, say, a short-term rental suite, this is going to be something that you want to definitely consider. Here I'm going through in the app, and now I want to email it to that person. So an imaginary cleaner I have, I can now go and say, hey, I'm going to send you an email, and you're going to get a virtual key that'll give you access to my property between those times. So if you're in the market for a smart lock and you want all the bells and whistles, definitely check this one out. It's the Alfred DB2S. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. I'm Andy Barrar, Handy Andy. See you again next time. Bye for now.